All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. We're excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power frequency, energy. Feeling that frequency, you're feeling that energy. You should become a member. The link right down in the video description. Click that link. You get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. And like I say, if you feel you see one of the memberships that you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Sunseti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace, 25% off selected items at this time. Official General Seti DVD, lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. We talking about KingSeti.com, man, and we got some new products on the way real soon, man, that's going to really pump it up. And so we want you in the house celebrating African business. You feel me? Black Power. That's right. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. We talking about almost 1,200 videos. That's what we talking about. God damn it, nothing but heat. God damn it, as soon as you turn it on, just heat. You can feel that shit just rush past your goddamn head. You see what I'm saying? And so, videos presented by General Seti himself, y'all already know it's fire. One damn video could damn near geek you up, damn near to fight 100 niggas. You see what I'm saying? So you already know what 1,200 gonna do. And plus, we not only do we got the general, we got the grandmaster teachers, we got overview from the general, you got 360 degrees of supreme knowledge, African academics at its finest. Join today, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. You already know Seti popping on Patreon. BPC making noise, we never come, exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube or any other damn tube. And of course, I'm going live tonight and I'm going to be talking about them Arabs. You understand what I'm saying? And they over 1,000 maniacs, over 1,000 years of destruction on African artifacts. We're going to talk about it now because everybody want to whine. They want to whine for Palestine. And so we got to talk about it. So I want you over there at Patreon, become a patron today and get access to that treasure chest, family. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube pages. King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, we talking about Arabs slaughtered tens of millions of Africans, so why should we care about Palestine? You see, we got to talk about that. People say, because they ain't talking about nothing out there. This is a prime time to wake people up to the reality. You see, because I see, either they crying for the Israelis, then you see niggas over here got tissue and shit, crying for Palestine. You see what I'm saying? And really, both of them ain't nothing but the slave master. All of them sitting on your shit. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't got no fight. Half of you, you niggas done gave up the fight. You see, you rather be either you this, you that, you this, and so a lot of people run from they legacy because they know it's time to get on the front line. And most of these niggas they don't want to get on no front line. They don't want to see that front line. They don't want to see it. And so I see a lot of people is weighing in and this way or that way. I ain't for no way. You see, I've always taught that the land is our land. It's our land. You see, it's our land. It's our land. So and we could black it up. We can black it up over and over and over again. You see, you know, you don't even find no damn Palestine in the Bible. That's Roman. That shit came with the Romans. And you see, that's just like, you know when the white man show up. You see what I'm saying? Right around that 0. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they start their shit at 0. They say 0 AD. If he had anything more ancient than that, you think the man started at 0? You see what I'm saying? And so right around that 0, here come Jesus, here come Palestine and all these other fake nations and shit, you know, that they setting up and propping up and this, that, and the third. And really, it ain't been no Palestine. You know, you hear about it from the Romans, but literally, I mean, how long did that last? You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but when we talking about the original inhabitants, matter of fact, let me get this in here. Let me work out with some things. Let me work out with this. See, I got some nice maps and shit I've been working on. You know, I got to have them right ones though. You feel me? Yeah, I've been digging. Yeah, this is a nice one too, right there. That one too, both of them. Yeah, I'll work with that one. Yeah, let me talk to y'all. Yeah, man, let me talk to y'all. Yeah, they don't want me. They don't want no part of me. You see? They don't want no part of me. Because I'll show their ass for real, for real. Nah. So when you looking at this, see, when you look at what they call the Middle East, ain't middle or nothing. You see, ain't middle or no, you know what I'm saying? Because our people originated from the South. So it wasn't looked at as East to us. It was looked at as the North. You see what I'm saying? Coming down and now, it was looked at as the North. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah. And so we, you know, coming from the beginnings of the Nile. So when you look up and you see in Turkey, you see what they call the Taurus Mountains. And, you know, which is really the lower Caucasus Mountains. Or they might even be a little, those are the lower Caucasus Mountains. And you look from, you know, and then you got over there in Iran, those are the Zagros Mountains. You see what I'm saying? So you see everything that is south of those mountains are Africa, even though the Africans even went up and colonized into the mountains. Okay, let's be clear about that. You see, you know, when we talk about Herodotus, a lot of people say Herodotus never lived. But it don't make no goddamn difference because whoever was perpetrating the fraud when they wrote it, they still revealed truth. You see, because the white man ain't going to give black people no credit for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So whoever wrote it and when they wrote it, they provided us with some very necessary, you see what I'm saying, information that black people, that the Egyptians had colonies even beyond Turkey, up into Lower Russia, which today they call Georgia. We're not talking about Atlanta, Georgia. You know, niggas, you know, they don't have no mastery of geography. So if niggas say Georgia, they think a nigga talking about down there Atlanta and shit. No, nigga, we talking about over here, Georgia in Russia. You see what I'm saying? Right there on the Black Sea. You see that our people had dominated all the way up into that region. He said he went there. This is what Herodotus said. He said he went there. And this was around 430 BC. And he said when he saw the people, you know, it was so obvious to him that they were Egyptians. You see, he said he didn't need nobody because he could see in their culture, the way that they look. He said that they were black with woolly hair. Now, this was way up in Colchis. Now, you got to understand that the Greeks themselves were Mediterranean. So they're about the, you know, when you talk about a Caucasian, That about is, they ain't gonna get no darker than that. They ain't dark. But I'm just saying, if a Greek say they black, they black. They ain't, they black. You see what I'm saying? And so, and that's one. And even when we talk about Troy, you see, I'm taking you to the north. I'm taking you to the north now. When we talk about Gaza and this, that, and the third, there's no doubt if you go into the Bible, you see, this is why you got to, and you go into the Bible. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, do I got that in here? Wait a minute. Do I got that in there? I might. About the Canaan. Let me see. See, I go get his daddy and put up there what his daddy done said about the Canaanites. See? Then they get mad. They say, I didn't say your daddy said this. You gonna get mad at me and your goddamn daddy put this shit in his holy books. What you gonna get mad at me for? Shit, here it is. Wait a minute. Where them Talmud? Right out the Talmud. Let me go get it. That shit, where is that at? I'm supposed to have that right on deck. Hold on, fam. I'm supposed to have that right on deck, and I believe I did. I shouldn't. Is that it? No, that ain't it. I'm gonna find, y'all know how I am. Okay, wait a minute. Where is that at? Let me see if it's over here. Did I bring it over already? Did I bring it over already? Let me see. I should have. I don't know why I didn't. If I didn't, man, let me see something. I was just looking at it. I don't see how I didn't get it over there. Matter of fact, let me see something. Okay, let me go to the top. Nope. I cannot believe that. I was just looking at it. Hold on. I got to get documentation, man. I got to put supreme documentation up here now. Where's that at? I was just looking at it just 2 seconds ago. Just looking at it. If not, I'll move on. I can use other things, but I wanted that. You understand what I'm saying? Because that gave. Okay. It was just here. It was just here. I just saw it. Hold on. Y'all know I ain't been up here for about a few days, so when I ain't got it in there, and I done missed a couple days, it's not. I can't find it at this very time. I don't know why. You see, I do not. Let me see something. Hold on. I do not know why I cannot find it. I hate when I'm looking for something that I need, and it know I need it. Goddamn it don't show up. The hell is that? I need that information right now for the peoples. I need that information for the peoples. You know what? Let me see something. When I need something, I need it. God damn it. Why the hell? Hold on, let me check this one over here. If not, let me see. Let me check this one over here. Don't go nowhere. Abraham. Let me put that in there. Let me see. Okay, the 3 wicked sons of Abraham. Let me see if that's in there. Okay, that. Okay, boom, boom. All right, you know what? I go another way with it. I'll go another way. Let me see. Let me see if this is. Let me see if I can find it right here. Okay. I might be able to find it right here. Let me see. Y'all know I'm going to get it. I got so many goddamn lectures until. Let me see. Let me see if it's in here. Watch it be in here. Watch it. I don't know. Is that it? Nope, 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 nope. Nope. That's a damn shame, and I just saw this. People gonna say, Sadie, man, you supposed to have that, man. You supposed to have that. Okay, I ain't got it. I ain't got it at this time. But what it was, I basically, you know, it was a verse. It was verses out of the Talmud. Now, for a lot of people that don't know what the Talmud is, when you dealing with them white Jews, they don't really accept the Torah. Yeah, I'm gonna still look for it. You know, we talking about the Talmud. Now, the Talmud is the most sacred book. It's even more sacred to them than the Torah. Now, the Torah is the Old Testament, the first 5 books of the Bible. You see, that's really the Torah. You see, and so you know they ain't got no legacy in there because once I show you, when I show you the truth of what is really saying, they done for. You see what I'm saying? So they really ain't got no history in there. You see, and so they created another book. They created another book which they call the Talmud. You see, in the Talmud, they say is when Moses was up on the mountain receiving the 10 commandments, that God was at the bottom of the mountain also, and that he was giving lessons to the I believe 72 what they call the Sahedrin, the priests. So he was giving the priests one thing, and he was giving Moses another. And they say what God gave the priest down at the foot of the mountain was most sacred than what he gave Moses. And so that's some slick shit. So what God gave the priest, they call that the Talmud. Okay. You know, and it's like when one book no longer serves them, you see, and you crack the code on that, then they got to come up with another one. Now, in the Talmud, they got they talk about the curse of Canaan. Now, Canaan is today what they call Israel. If you want to call it Palestine, you can call it that too. You see what I'm saying? But it was originally, according to the Bible, it was referred to as Canaan. Okay. And when we understand this curse, and they use this curse, you see where Ham, suppose in the Bible, Ham, which is one of the 3 sons of Noah. No, and these 3 sons are the ones that supposedly repopulate the planet after the flood. The Ham is supposedly the African tribes. You see what I'm saying? Or he's the patriarch or the father of the African tribes. And so what happens is Moses becomes drunk. He becomes drunk and he passes out. You see, he exposes himself. You see, and Ham come in and he see Noah. He see Noah laid out, and what the book say, or many people interpret, that he ridicules his father, Noah. And Noah, his other two sons, Shem and Japheth, come in backwards, and they take some cloth, and they cover their father up. And when he wakes up, he knows that Ham had ridiculed him. Now, what's so wicked is that in the Talmud, many people say that Ham violated Noah. This is what they say. See, this is some wicked motherfucker. They say Ham violates his father. You see, and he wakes up and whatever, and he curses, but he don't curse Ham per se. He curses Canaan, his son. Now, the crazy shit about it is that his oldest son is Cush, Ethiopia. His second oldest son is Egypt, Mizraim, you see. And then you got Phut, P-H-U-T, which is the third son. Some people say is Libya. And then you got Canaan. Now, Noah says, curse be Canaan. You see, curse be Canaan, a slave of slaves. He shall be. You see, and so a lot of people interpret it, and you could go down through slavery. Even the wicked Arabs, and I'm going to say it just like that, they use that particular curse to justify slavery because they say that's the curse of African people. See? So, they understand based on the scriptures, and they didn't even understand what they was doing because, when you tell a lie, originally, they looked at Ham as being African, but once they realized when the Europeans started going into Egypt, they start waking up like, God damn, the Egyptians, you feel me, educated the world. You see, and so when they realized for the first time the power of ancient Egypt, they knew they had to change it. You see, but at first Ham was looked at as being African, but now they need to be able to change that. You see, so now they saying that no, it was, you got so many lies. They say Ham was white, but his oldest son is named Ethiopia, burnt face. You see what I'm saying? So now how can you curse Canaan black when his brother and his daddy are already black? You see, but in the Talmud, it specifically states that the Canaanites, which are the original inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites were there before the Israelites, before the Arab, before the Roman, before the Greek, before all of that. Read your Bible. You see, once you tell a lie, you see, and you in too deep because you got too many books where you didn't document it, where you see Ham, you see Ethiopia. They're just like when I brought up the fact of that chief rabbi of Israel. He got his ass in trouble because he referred to a little African boy or the Africans as monkeys. You see, but he used the term Kush. You see? And so even then, Kush for them mean Nigga, Negro. It's a derogatory term. You see what I'm saying? For them. But it means nigga. That's exactly what it means. And I looked it up. You see, in one of the Hebrew dictionaries, where Cushi was also synonymous with Ethiopian and Moor. Okay, so it symbolizes black. You see, and so so now you got all of these where the so-called scholars of Judaism and this, that, and the third, and the Bible, they refer to the Canaanites as Negroes. You see, so even then they jumped out of one lie into another lie. Because in saying that the Canaanites were Negroes, you are also verifying the fact that the black man and woman is the original inhabitants of the land. So now you need another lie. You see? But it's we got some AJ need money. Yeah, AJ need some goddamn knowledge is what AJ need. AJ don't need no damn money. He say, Seti, you're not an African. You should know that by now. What am I then, nigga? AJ needs some knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, come on, nigga. I'm gonna tighten your ass up. What you got, red feather fever? You one of them red feather fever niggas? What is you, nigga? Oh, you an alien, nigga. You one of them niggas that came down? Yeah. I'll tighten your ass up, nigga. Yeah, them niggas don't want none of me. They don't want none of me. But anyway, so when we look at today and we bring it back to, how is these people on the land today? You see? And how is they on the land today? And we got to deal with the fact he's an Israelite. Man, please. Stop it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You are Israelite, nigga. That nation never existed. Only in the goddamn in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? This is what and we're gonna work out tonight. I'm glad. Please leave that nigga in there. Don't let him go nowhere. Israel has never existed. It's just like Palestine. Yeah, it's just like Palestine. It ain't never existed. You see, only in the Bible. You see, and I'll work out on niggas now tonight. I need to get my notes, but we'll be moving through here. You see, never existed on paper. See, the thing is, them Rothschilds and you see in them British and shit working in unison and shit to create this mythology and shit. You know what I'm saying? That there's an Israel, okay? That there's a Mesopotamia. Yeah, we know that there's a Syria and a Lebanon. Ain't never been no Lebanon. Ain't never been no Syria. Ain't never been no goddamn all of this shit just been established when the British went over there. And I show y'all this, and you can do the research. When you go and you under the goddamn the Ottoman Turks, what no goddamn. You look on the map, you ain't gonna see no Israel, huh? You ain't gonna see no Israel. You ain't gonna see no Palestine. You ain't gonna see no Syria. You ain't gonna see no Lebanon. You ain't gonna see no Mesopotamia. You ain't gonna see none of that. You ain't gonna see none of that. That shit was, when the British, after World War I, they went over there. That's when they created the term the Middle East. That shit was just wilderness. That's all it was. You understand what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers over there was tribes, and they had conquered come into the land as nomads and shit. That's what they was. That's what they was. They didn't have no concepts of no goddamn nation. These was goddamn nomads. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't know nothing about settling on no damn land. You see, they didn't know nothing about settling on no damn land. They wandered wherever there was graves. These motherfuckers got camels and goats and shit. They would wander, and that's why they had portable shelters. You see what I'm saying? Where they could break that shit down and move to the next area. You understand what I'm saying? So they didn't know nothing about no goddamn nation. You see, or no damn cities per se. They didn't know nothing about that. When they, even in the Bible, it talks about that. It says they of Ham had dwelt in the land of old, and that they came in and that they slaughtered them and they moved into their homes. They didn't have no goddamn no buildings and no structures like that. No, the Arab didn't have that. The so-called Semitics and all them tribes, they didn't have none of that. And you understand what I'm saying? They slaughtered the Africans and they moved into their homes. And see, a lot of people don't, you don't read it because ain't nobody pointing these things out to you. Yeah, it's a lot of shit in there that's a lie, but there's a lot of truths in there too. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of truths in there too. And so, yeah, so today, the British and them, after World War I, and they had seized that land from the Ottoman Turks. You see, they had seized that land from the Ottoman Turks. And the Ottoman Turks didn't allow, they wasn't into letting other, if there was a nation there, which it wasn't, it was no nations there. You see what I'm saying? After the Africans fell, there was no nations over there. That shit was patchwork of tribes and no nomads. And so the Rothschilds and the British, they had this concept that they was gonna go over there and take nations out of the Bible. And and just like with Africa, a lot of people look at the continent of Africa today, and you see these lines that distribute nations and shit. Them lines wasn't there. They put them goddamn lines on the continent of Africa during the Berlin Conference. You see what I'm saying? When them Europeans was over there, you see what I'm saying? Cutting up Africa, and when they were, the British got this, the French got this, the Belgian got this. And they cut it up. And so that's where you see the lines in there. Them lines wasn't in there. You see? And so when you look at today, what they call Arabia, wasn't no Arabia. There was no Arabia. Okay? That's bullshit. Saudi Arabia was just formed in like the early 1930s, 1932. When they formed Saudi Arabia, they put what they do is they put the name up there to give you a general idea of the tribes that's in. But the reality is there was no Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, just most of them cities over there was, countries in what they call the Middle East, was just created after World War I with the fall of the Ottoman Turks. You see what I'm saying? Now the Ottoman Turks took over from the Byzantine. Now the Byzantine is the Eastern Roman Empire. You see? Now that's when Constantine moved his capital. He was the Roman emperor. He moved his capital from Rome to Constantinople, which is in Turkey today. You see, he saw, and I put it back up there for you so you can see. And you look, if you look if you see Turkey, let me get it in. And then we're gonna move. I'm gonna continue to move. If you see Turkey, now you see all the way up here. You see today Constantinople is called Istanbul. You see Istanbul. Now y'all know the Hagia Sophia, where they created Christianity and this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? So the Byzantine, you know, when Rome fell around 430 something AD. It failed. It was over for the Western Empire. But the Eastern branch carried on for another 1,000 years. And so the Byzantine ruled, you know, even what they call today Israel. It was no Israel, wasn't no Palestine, wasn't none of that shit. They may have called it Palestine. They may have called it, but they were the ones that called it Palestine. But even then, the Arab wasn't in there yet. He still wasn't up in there because the Arab didn't come up in Muhammad and them conquered. They conquered Egypt around 632, something up in there, and conquered Palestine maybe 2-3 years after that, 638 AD. That's when they got up in there. They ain't been in there, man. Them Arabs they come up out of them across them mountains. They had no, you know, they were not indigenous to that area at all. You see what I'm saying? They move just like the Mongols. You see how Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun. You understand what I'm saying? They was coming up out of them same areas and they moved down into the southern regions, into Western Europe, no different than Genghis Khan and Attila the Hun. They are not indigenous to that area. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, they come, that's why Iran, and we're going to move on into the next segment. Don't you go nowhere. We're going to come because it's rooted in Aryan. You see, Aryan. You see what I'm saying? And they say that the Aryans moved down into India. They moved down into that region too. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, and we're going to get deep because I'm going to tell y'all something about that Southern Arabian area. So don't you go nowhere because I'm gonna crack hairs on that. So I'm going to be right black. Don't you go nowhere. The general is dropping science tonight. So all you had to do is get your notepad. I've been on for about 3-4 days. And so I'm getting back warmed up. So don't you go nowhere. I guarantee you by tomorrow, I'll be clicking. I'll have all my shit together. You feel me? So this is the General Sarah Sue said, he said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Don't you go nowhere. I'll be right black power.